Hello everyone, I am Dr. Geetanjali Srivastav from the Department of Commerce at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. And in today's module, I am going to talk about business ethics. The term ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos, which means custom or character. It is the language of right and wrong. The concept of ethics have been derived from religions, philosophies, and cultures. In a more simpler way, ethics is a system of moral principles. It provides a moral map to an individual and it helps people in making decisions to lead their lives. Ethics is concerned with what is good for an individual and for the society. So when a person thinks ethically, they are giving at least one thought to something beyond themselves. There are some of the universal virtues which every human being should imbibe, develop and practice to be ethical in life. That is, one should concern for the well-being of others. One should always have respect for others. Trustworthiness and honesty is the key. One should follow the law of land. Being fair in the dealings is must. Refusing to take unfair advantage is the key to success, and preventing harm to any creature should be practiced by every individual as well as by all the organizations. According to Azim Premji, chairman of Wipro Limited, the real threat to business is from within, from poor ethical standards and lack of integrity that can do incalculable harm. History has proven repeatedly that business ethics, shared value and corporate governance ensures the longevity of the business. Now, what is business ethics? Business ethics is the set of moral values, standards or norms that govern the activities of business operations and decisions. It is based on the principle of integrity and fairness, and it concentrates on the benefits to the stakeholders. So, the businessman must develop ethical imagination and thinking while taking the decisions. Now, let's see what ethical decisions are expected from a businessman. First and foremost is to provide the customer with true information regarding the products and the services of the company. The company should try to provide quality products at a reasonable price. Then, the businessman should care for environment and conservation of natural wildlife, providing fair returns to the stakeholder, creating healthy environment for the workers, and strictly adherence of the government rules and regulations. So these are the basic expectations from the businessman. The value-based management and ethics that an organization uses in its governance enables it to establish productive relationship with its internal and external stakeholders. Like Tata and Infosys shows that how the use of ethical practices in business creates high returns for the companies. So let's see what ethical practices one ideal company should possess. Towards the investors, the company should ensure the safety of their money and timely payment of their interest. Towards the employees, there should be the fair treatment and equal opportunities for the workers in every possible way. Good working environment and timely payment of salaries should be practiced. Towards the customers, complete information about the products and services should be made available. Personal information of the customer should not be used for the personal gain of the company. Towards the competitors, wrong methods, defamation and unfair trade practices should be avoided while competing with the competitors. Towards the government, proper compliances of the government rules and regulations regarding the taxes, duties, restrictive and unfair trade practices should be adhered. And towards the environment, polluting industries should ensure the proper compliances with the government norms regarding water, air, soil and noise pollution. Ethics can be defined as going beyond what is legal and doing what is right, even when no one is watching. So when we talk about unethical behavior in business, we are talking about actions that do not align with the accepted business standards. In some cases, it may be an individual within a business who is unethical, or maybe the whole business is corrupt from top to bottom, which harms the society. So let's see what all are the most unethical practices in which companies really indulge. First is misleading product information. Many companies produces or promote harmful products with misleading information that can be injurious to consumers or to the environment, purely for the sake of maximum profit. There are many examples of these corrupt practices. From breakfast cereals to automobiles, all companies have tricked the consumers by providing misleading information. In 2015, the biggest German car maker, Volkswagen, publicly accepted that it had installed software in several of its cars to fool the Environmental Protection Agency's emissions tester into believing that the cars were environmentally friendly. The popular brand was badly hit by the negative publicity. Then, the next is unfair competition. Defamation of a competitor, misappropriation of their trade secrets, and trademarks infringement, all these fall under unfair competition, which gives a wrong impression to the consumers about the competitors and their products. In fact, in the digital age, business have taken the route of cyber defamation, where they spread false information about a brand as an anonymous user on a social networking site or a blog with fake screen name. Then the next is mistreating employees. This has become a familiar scenario in small as well as big companies who make employees work for long hours and underpay them. Many employees are made to work under stressful conditions and are subjected to mental and even sexual harassment. In the wake of finding cheap labor, many companies in developed nations hire factories in developing countries to get their goods manufactured in bulk. The conditions in these workplaces are so worse that no one can even imagine. The biggest example is the tech giant Apple, which has been using the service of Foxconn, which is a Taiwan manufacturing company that has been manufacturing the iPhone. Foxconn has been accused of employing child laborers working in hazardous conditions for 10 hours a day all through the week. Then the next is manipulation of accounts. Most companies are involved in the window dressing of their books to impress investors, lenders, and end consumers. They manipulate their financial reports to show inflated profits. This makes investors think that the company is doing well, and they end up by buying more shares of the company. In 2015, Toshiba, the Japanese multinational, was held responsible for the mismanagement of its accounts. They exaggerated the profits by $1.2 billion for more than 7 years. Next unethical practice is bribery. Inducement to influence a business decision is not uncommon in the corporate world. Offering something of value or money in return of a favorable dealing is usually witnessed between vendors and marketers. In 2011, the UK-based beverage company had to pay $16 million to settle charges of bribing government officials in India, Thailand, and South Korea to assist them in the product approval process. The pressure of surpassing the competition and to gain consumers leads to dishonest and wrong activities. From ignoring quality and safety guidelines for generating high revenues, many businesses are indulging in some or other kind of unethical behavior. So now, it's very much clear that why business must act ethically. The answer is obvious: to protect its own interest, to protect the interest of the business community as a whole, so that the public will have trust in it, to keep its commitment to society, to act ethically, to meet stakeholders' expectations, to prevent harm to the general public, to build trust with the key stakeholders, to protect their own reputation, to protect their own employees of the company, and to create an environment in which workers can act in a consistent ways with their moral values. So this is all about the ethics and the non-ethics of business. I hope the concept is clear to you all. Thank you so much.